Now, I would like to invite Gitikka Ganju Dhar on stage. Gitikka Ganju Dhar, founder Ministry of Talk, a content services studio Indian TV personality, anchor and MC. She's named the Nation Builder by India Today magazine, one among 100 nation builders from across the spectrum of Indian industries. Awarded the Woman Super Achiever Award at the World Women Leadership Congress 2020, outstanding contribution for Indian experiential realm by Business World Applause, named amongst the 10 top influential women in the Indian live industry in a book, The Decade of Transformation, EEMA. Welcome, Gitikka.
Gitikka, a very warm welcome from all of us. Thank you, Shilpi.
Thank you for that introduction. Thank you very much.
Hey, Gitikka.
Hello.
Welcome.
How are you?
Amazing to see you.
Remember the last time we met when this all began? Thank you for having me here.
Let me. You're an amazingly powerful woman, and we've got the woman power in DLC strong and how. So the most prolific women in the world, the top 10 cybersecurity specialists, the fourth highest venture capitalist in Asia, Carmen Chang. We've got the woman power. I can go on and on. Women who specialize and have a renowned name the world over in impact investment. We've got the most amazing women. We've got Fern Malice. She's a chair for our fashion committee. The lady who set up New York Fashion Week. I can go on and on and on.
So I'm in August company.
You're an absolute
I'm
August
humbled.
company, and I love the woman power in DLC.
I love it too.
Over to you. So what do you feel about DLC? Gitikka helped me launch DLC on 12th of June. She was there for the launch ceremony.
Yes.
And it was amazing, though filled with a lot of technical glitches. But
that's all right.
I mean, well, in the last 3 months, you've seen us come a long way and grow.
Yes, and that's what's important. When you first came to me with this idea and said we're launching this to come in and host this for us, I thought this was absolutely ahead of its times, and it's what was needed, and it was such a COVID now idea waiting to happen, and it was almost like you had a partnership with COVID. Ki COVID, aap aa jana aur main DLC launch karunga.
COVID has done so much bad to the world, but in our case, this is one of the positives of COVID. It's a COVID
No, but you know,
baby.
it's a very important movement, I'd say, that you've sort of set out to spread across the world. You already launched it, you're growing it. You know, Jimmy, I believe that we're headed towards 3 decades or 4 decades of global transformation on all levels, whether human, spiritual, physical,
Emotional.
all of it, emotional, metaphysical. And what will be required is the best from across the world, from their respective fields, coming together either formally or informally in governments, in organizations, or in bodies such as DLC, to help change the world truly and make it a better place to live in. So I see this idea as an instrument to that change that we are going to see over the next 4 decades. So it's well done.
Thank you, Gitikka. You know, this idea has so well resonated across the world, and we are lucky that we have managed to be able to do it right bang on the first time. From very senior officials who worked on multiple positions in Chief Strategic Advisory Committee with Mr. Barack Obama, people who are deans of universities. We've got amazing people across the world who are just not as a faculty member, but also deans of the universities and sitting on boards. So board member of Stanford, board member of Brown. I mean, I can go on and on. The reason I'm throwing these names is not just to show who they are, but the kind of substance they get across on the table.
Yeah, what you're trying to basically say is that these are minds that are just the perfect minds to design a new future. These are the minds.
We had
and
Mr. Soumitra Datta
together
with us on Saturday, and we did a session with him live across at DLC. He was ex-dean of Cornell. Apart from that, being on boards of multiple universities, he's the man who actually innovated the Global Innovation Index, an index based on which countries are measured in innovation 18 years back.
Wow.
And he was in person present over here. He came in from New York.
Innovation 18 years back was not a very largely used term, so he was
if you want to stay ahead of the curve,
yes,
you listen to the content from these people. You follow these people.
This is ahead of its curve.
And that's
Yes.
what is a game
Yes.
changer. I want that to happen in the event industry. Anything that's new, anything that's absolutely ahead of the time, should be discussed across over here, and that should be known to managements of the world.
Yes, and Jimmy, we in events, we're placed at a very, I'd say, a delicious point in our professional lives, because the slate is now almost clean.
Yeah.
We will head into next year, and it's right there to create just this whole thing once again from scratch, anew. And I think bringing all of us together in the Global Events Committee is a great idea.
What's also interesting is our U-turn events. So DLC is one of DLC's. DLC has 8-9 offerings. One of the very serious offerings of DLC, I realize, is families are devoid of amazing quality event, which comes in once in 4 months
Okay.
and repeats itself 3 times a year,
Okay.
where you find worthy of your family time and your personal time to spend, where you get to learn something. So there is learning. It's like a 2-hour of TED Talk happening, followed by a luxury lifestyle exhibition of curated products, followed by about 45 to 50 people getting involved with passion. So our wine, spirit, cigars committee gets involved with the wine, spirit, cigars. Our chefs committee gets involved with the hospitality committee gets involved with the food, and our events committee gets involved with rolling out the most magnificent events in that city or town. Our media and entertainment committee gets involved with the entertainment side of the entire event. So this U-turn is going to be like a festival, and it's not in one city. Every city 3 times a year. So New York has 3 U-turn
Wow.
events, Mumbai has 3, Chennai has 3, and the whole purpose
And
of a
when are
U-turn
you
event.
starting these?
As soon as we are allowed to have large events where we can call the entire chapter city together, which we've not been able to do so far, because in spite of everything opening up, restrictions are still there on numbers. We should be able to allow to invite 400 to 500 people.
In fact, on behalf of the Indian experiential industry, I'd like to peg one word here for all the events you're hosting: sustainability. Let's do
Sustainability is
sustainability in
ingrained
events
within
in
everything
India
we
and
do,
across
not
the
just as a
world.
management philosophy, but within the DNA of our organization.
Yes.
And our ESG committee is working very hard to do it.
I know that.
So we
I know that, yes.
are on it completely. Like I said, 2 currencies: touching human lives or touching planet Earth in a positive way. So it's our currency. And at the end of the year, we should be able to give a scoreboard or a scorecard and say, look, we've touched these human lives, so many numbers across the world.
How fantastic is that?
That's going to be
How
amazing.
fantastic is that?
So
More
thank you.
power to you.
Thank you, Gitikka.
Thank you.
Pleasure, and thank you for spending time and being with us over here.
My pleasure.
Lovely.
My pleasure.